Williams. And Jay, yes, we are ready for takeoff.
And Ed, the Rockets are flying high. They keep feeding the beard or feeding the streets. Either way, this is a lethal backcourt.
It's been a launching pad for threes and so much more. Let's get ready for the tip. Jay, is it more of an advantage for a rookie who many veterans don't know, or does it work the other way? The rookie is the one who maybe doesn't have the advantage because he hasn't been through as many situations.
It's always an advantage for the veteran, a guy like CP3 who understands the nuances of the game. But where the rookie can excel, you can't be fixating on just that one aspect of your game. You pass the ball ahead. You get your team going in transition. You get some other players knocking down shots from the perimeter. And inevitably, when the defense backpedals, that's when you just have to make shots from the outside. And that's always going to be the big question for Lonzo Ball. Will he be able to knock down the wide-open three?
Ah, the monster stuff.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. LeBron with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Schroeder against the 5-time All-Star. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Caldwell Pope. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. No good. Gordon with it. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Tucker. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
To Caldwell Pope. James to Davis. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Anthony Davis lets it go. Gets a shot up off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Harden creates the space to bury the 3 on the step back. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
And now Houston has the basketball. Probing the defense. Gets it to go. Wall to Harden. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well. Here comes the screen. LeBron matched up with P.J. Tucker. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. LeBron James. First couple didn't go. That one is true. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
It's James controlling the offense. To Davis. Probing the defense. Davis to James. Off the assist.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Harden to Wall. There it is, John Wall. 2 for 2. That's what you want. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Can't connect. Into the front court. It's Wall. Up 5. To Harden. Fires the 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. He'll run the offense. James sizing up Eric Gordon. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. LeBron James wants it. LeBron James. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Harden. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Driving is Harden, but he can't get it to go down. LeBron into the front court. They're down 3. 4-3. Shakes free and hits.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
To Wall. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Wall. And he buries it.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. To Gasol. And he buries it.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
To Harden. Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Wall. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. Across the timeline comes James. All tied up, 13 apiece. LeBron James. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Wall. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Won't go. Into the front court comes Wall. Down 2. To Harden. Oh, Good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. And look out.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Knocked loose. James against the former #1 pick. A pass taken away by the Rockets. The pass taken away by the Lakers. To James. To Davis. Anthony Davis. 2-4 now. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Wall to Harden. Deep two there. Won't go. LeBron James swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To James. Has a look. LeBron shot off the mark. Harden in possession. Down 6. To Wall. Harden. Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. John Wall goes to work. Matthews. Harden's on him. They'll get it down low to Harold. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. Cousins. To Wall. Here comes the screen. Wall. To Cousins. Here's a chance from long range. Hauled in by James. To Kyle Kuzma. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Kyle Kuzma has got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Wall across the timeline. Margins 8. Count it.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Wall. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. The drive, right to the basket. DeMarcus Cousins with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins missed his first. That one goes. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Wall to Cousins. Scores from the post.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
Screen coming. Matthews, defended by Tucker. DeMarcus Cousins tips it. They get it back. 2 to shoot. Wesley Matthews, he was born to take those shots, even with a hand in his face.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Cousins, here against Morris. Markieff Morris sends it away. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Lakers have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Lakers ball. Schroeder to Kyle Kuzma. Screen coming. Surveys the floor. Schroeder. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Schroeder with the basketball. Leads 5. To Kyle Kuzma. Finish that. Wall with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Wall to Gerald Green. Trying to cash in. Yes. For every tough shot you make, buy one, get one free.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
To Kyle Kuzma. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Wall into the front court. 5-point game. Nothing going here on that drive. Wall against Schroeder. Knocked loose. Matthews. And scores. Strong take.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
DeMarcus Cousins. 3 for 6 now.
Old school. Equals high percentage.
Schroeder to Matthews. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Number 3, Anthony Davis. Subbing in for the Houston Rockets, number 16, Ben.
Wall picked up by Schroeder. Gets it in the left corner. Lets it fly from long range. And the Lakers have the rebound. Caldwell Pope. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. He gets it.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Into the front court. It's Wall. Now down 6. Missed a wide open look. To Schroeder. Caldwell Pope. Short jumper misses. Anthony Davis with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Has a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Cousins to Wall. Nothing going here on that drive. To Wall. For 3. Not that time. He missed it. Here's Schroeder with it. It's an 8-point lead. Davis. To Cousins. Anthony Davis snatching it out of the air. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Shot for James Harden. James Harden. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce. Harden with it up top. He'll run the offense. Markieff Morris sends it away. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Los Angeles has the basketball. James, defended by Eric Gordon. Gets it at the top of the key. Here comes the screen. Schroeder to James. Caldwell Pope to James. The pass set it all up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
James to Davis. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two. Anthony Davis at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 79% at the line. Nope, first one does not go. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Houston with the basketball. To Cousins. Takes stock of the floor. To Cousins. Defense making the ball carrier work. Add 2 points to the board.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
James. To Davis. From long range. And that's rebounded by Houston. And an 8-second violation. It's going the other way. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 17, P.J. Tucker.
James. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Los Angeles, they have it. LeBron James, defended by Eric Gordon. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Harden into the front court. Down 4. Cousins. Here again, Schroeder. To Harden. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
LeBron into the front court. Leads a bucket. Fires the 3. Buries the trifecta.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide-open 3.
Harden with the basketball. Down 5. DeMarcus Cousins. With that, he's 5 for 9. James takes on Eric Gordon. Nothing going here on that drive. To Davis. Can't connect from inside. Down low, Boogie. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
LBJ with it. Sizing up the defense. LeBron against Gordon. To Davis. Kicks it around the perimeter. DeMarcus Cousins. Huge block. This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Substitution being made in this one.
Number 35.
Caldwell Pope. Shot clock violation. Good look there, but it's no good.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Cleans it up. Davis to James. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
To Harden. Work it down to Brown.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Ah, rocking the rim.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you headhunt.
Morris pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Caldwell Pope. To the outside. From the painted area, won't go down. To James. Had a chance, but it's no good. Harden. To Cousins. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Lakers at the controls right now. James. To Davis. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
To Harden. Short jumper off the mark. LeBron matched up with Harden. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Lakers have the lead.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Lakers are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Rockets are within striking distance at the half. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Blocks.
Very physical basketball in the first half from these squads. Lots of block shots and some great defensive intensity.
Player of the half.
The chosen one has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
It's James controlling the offense. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
LeBron James, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 73%. First one goes down.
There it is. Just like practice.
Goes 2 for 2. It's James Harden once again. Probing the defense. And he finishes at the rim.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Down low Gasol. Marc Gasol. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Harden in possession. The margin standing now at 7. To Cousins. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Harden has it up the floor. And stuffs it home.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
LeBron with it up top. Leads 5. To Gasol. Down low. Beyond the arc for 3. Misfires. It's no good. To Harden. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Harden in possession. They trail by 7. To P.J. Tucker. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Matthews. To Gasol. Matthews. That one off the mark. It's no good. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found his second life.
It's Rockets ball. Marc Gasol rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Harden. A fundamental shot right there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Gasol. Turns and slams it down.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
A big finish at the rim.
You see, Ed, that's the problem. When you have guys on the perimeter that can shoot the basketball defensively, you're taught to hedge at the driver and then stay home, which leaves the lane wide open for great jams like that.
James into the front court. Up 5. Fires the 3. No good. Gasol to Matthews. Here comes the screen. Matthews. Harden's on him. 4-3. And the rebound taken down by Houston. Count the basket at the rim.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
To Harden. Marc Gasol able to recover with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Lakers come up with it. He throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Wall. Harden picked up by Schroeder. Here's a chance from long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
And he draws contact. 2 shots coming up for the Spaniard, the All-Star, Marc Gasol.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Marc Gasol has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. James up against John Wall. Marc Gasol. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line. Dennis Schroeder at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. Oops, he missed the first one. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Into the front court comes Wall. Right now, down 7. To Harden. And they call it. Wall against Schroeder. Luke Walton shifting gears as the subs enter the game. Wall to Cousins. And scores. Nice move, Jay.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
LeBron James against Tucker. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
First one, count it. 2 for 2 on that trip. Houston takes over. Harden. Nice pass to set things up. Layup goes down. Well done.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
To Harden. Can't miss those. James. DeMarcus Cousins swats it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball. especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Time to shuffle things up. LeBron James with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Tosses. Rockets come up with it. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Matthews to James. To Matthews. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup to Kyle Kuzma. Lets it fly from long range. Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Harden with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Cousins to Harden. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. And the bucket's good for DeMarcus.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Rises for the slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a prob city.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. Deep right corner, Tucker to Harden. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. Time for some new personnel into the game. Gerald Green. Montrezl Harrell tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Goaltending's called. Count the bucket. Harden into the front court. His guys down by 9. Couldn't keep it in. Off Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. So the Rockets hold on to the basketball. Harden, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
LeBron into the front court. Up by 6. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Great feed, sets it up. Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
And Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
DeMarcus Cousins, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 73%. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. To James. Matthews knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Harden with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. To Cousins. Throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Kuzma here against P.J. Tucker. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Lakers have the lead. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Here comes the screen. Wall, guarded by Schroeder. Short jumper misses. Caldwell Pope to Schroeder. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Dennis Schroeder trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's struggled so far. Off the mark on his free throw. To Harden. Tough make through traffic. The challenge defense.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
To James. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
LeBron James. He's got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Wall across the timeline. The margin standing now at 7. Down low to Cousins. It's a big finish. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
LeBron James with the rock. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's been steady, 83% at the line. And he missed the free throw. Harden in possession. They trail by 7. And it's Davis for the rebound. Across the timeline comes James. He'll run the offense. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Schroeder matched up with Harden. To Kyle Kuzma. From the outside, no good.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Now it's Harden at the controls. Has a look. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself, defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
Kuzma to Davis. Schroeder to James. To Davis, down low. Shot clock violation. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Harden against Schroeder. Slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's shooting 71% so far. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Runner's good there.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
LeBron matched up with Gerald Green. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Gerald Green's story is so inspiring. From a guy that's bounced all over, from the G League, on and off NBA rosters, even playing a couple of seasons in Russia. Most players would have quit after they had one of their fingers amputated, but here this guy is, still fighting for it, and made a hell of a difference last year in the postseason for the Rockets.
Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Whoa, gets to the rim and they'll count the basket. 2 steps or 5 steps. I don't know, Jay. It looked good. LeBron James sizing up Green. P.J. Tucker sends it away. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. It's James. No good. That's great defense. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Anthony Davis at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Missed the second one as well. LBJ has it. And finishes strong.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Lakers have it.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession.
Let's see. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Gordon with it. His group now down 2. Nothing going here on that drive. Marc Gasol with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
And he's going to the free throw line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
LeBron James, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 75% so far tonight. Off the mark on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both. Harden in possession. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Won't go. To Caldwell Pope. Goes to the left side. Oh, had him going there for a second. Gets it in the right corner. James, that's off the side of the rim, no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
To P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
James sizing up Eric Gordon. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Spinning shot won't fall. Davis. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. LeBron James snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Rockets have the ball.
I got ball. That's me. Match up, match up, match up. Watch go, watch go, watch go.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. They're going to make some... Harden with it up top. Up 5. From long range. Trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. He was hacked. They let it go. To P.J. Tucker. Oh, nice find for the basket.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
Caldwell Pope here against Green. And the basket good at the rim.
I remember.
Harden into the front court. Leads 5. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. James to Caldwell Pope. Davis to Caldwell Pope. A bad pass as the Rockets come. Tucker. And finishes strong.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Right now, down 7 to James. Davis. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Anthony Davis. 4 out of 10. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Harden with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. And count the basket inside.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Terrific vision, and throws it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Harden to P.J. Tucker. Nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Caldwell Pope to Gasol. James off the mark. No good. To Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot. 2-point shot for James Harden. It's rebounded by Gasol. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. LeBron James matched up with P.J. Tucker. Davis, now a steal as the Rockets have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Davis, knocked loose. Rockets have it. Oh, a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Knocked loose. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
And hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Matthews. Ooh, he'll take that.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
We get a whistle and a foul with 1 second to go. It's not in the bag yet, but it would take a real meltdown for this to slip away.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. Luke Walton making some changes on the court. LeBron defended by Tucker. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one by 4. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets. The Lakers are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
James Harden seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again, he kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.